Wow, you made it. Here's the final presentation on integral calculus, the practice questions. You should be very proud of getting through all that work. And what I want you to do now is to look around the screen and to answer this question. The question I'm going to give you is that what's around the screen? These screen clippings summarize what we did in integral calculus. But what's missing? What did we do that's not represented here? Can you see it? You might pause the presentation for a couple of minutes and see if this is an adequate summary. There's something missing. All right, well, let's have a look around the screen and recover the journey that we've gone on. Up here we started with the area under the curve, and we ended up developing the fundamental theorem of calculus. Here it is here, the idea of the antiderivative. The derivative of big F of x is little f of x. We had to come back from that to get f of x to find that area giving function, if you like. Then we found up here that it didn't always give. That sum across an interval did not always give the total area, because sometimes parts of it were under the axis giving a negative value and sometimes above. You remember that? Then let's come down right down the bottom here, and we developed a lot of rules so that we could actually find the area under the curve, or the definite integral, if it was the area under the curve, for different functions. And this one down here is the reversal of the chain rule, isn't it? Using substitution. And then right over here, the area between two curves. You remember that? And finally, finding volumes of solids of revolution. What about that? Okay, so what was missing? Have you spotted it? Well, here it is. It was the kinematics work, the motion problems, going forwards and backwards through displacement to acceleration with differential calculus and coming backwards with integral calculus. Okay, so there we have it. What I've got for you here are some screen clippings from Pearson's textbook, and they are 11 old International Baccalaureate questions from exemplars and exams, so they're right on the course. So what I want you to do as usual now is to pause the presentation, and then I'll take you through the 11 questions and there'll be the work solutions at the end. Okay, so pause the presentation. Here's question 1 and 2. Let's go on now. Question 3, we'll just come up here. 3 and 4. Have a look at that. Interesting areas there. And we'll go to question 5. Just in there, 5 part A and B. Just managed to get that on. Okay, question 6. I think we've got 7 on there as well. Yep. Okay, that's an interesting one. Might have to fiddle around with that a little bit, because we haven't got all the area down underneath it. Okay, have to take something away perhaps, a little bit of a hint. Okay, 8. We'll leave it just at 8 for the minute. And 9. And 10. And finally, number 11 there. Oh, we can't quite get it all on, but we'll get the other bit up there in a minute. There we are. All right. How did you go? Let's go down to the solutions now. And here we've got some ideas, paper 1 and paper 2 type solutions. So keep that in mind. If it's doable without a calculator, you should be able to do that in case it pops up in paper 1. Right, now I haven't done the Casio equivalent to this. I hope you can do that. You're using graphing and G-solve probably, rather than equation solver with the TI here. With the Casio, probably graph it and use Shift F5 G-solve. Let's go down to the next set there. Rest of question 3. Go to question 4. Let's see if we can get it all on there together. Question 4. Question 5, doing it as paper 1. Doing it as paper 2. And again, you can graph the derivative here and then g-solve it. Question 6. Most of it, some more coming up. Rest of question 6. Coming down to question 7. Interesting part here, the idea that you can get an area between a curve and the y-axis by getting a function in y. Okay, so an f of y. Question 8. Let's have a look at the rest of question 8. Here we have it. Question 9. Can't quite get it all on there. Rest of question 9. Go to question 10 now. The rest of question 10. And question 11. And there we have it all. I hope you've enjoyed this. You might have to go back and revise some of that. It's a fairly big section of the course. But we've got some more items for you a bit later on. At the moment, it's cheers from me.